Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport in the Championship. And since the last episode, I got a bit carried away. I'm not going to lie, I've played 2 more matches than I was hoping to play. We have only lost 1 further game and we are most definitely a mid-table side. So at the end of the last episode, we beat Portsmouth 3-1. We then went and played Swansea and absolutely battered high-flying Swansea. I think they were 5th or 6th at the time, and we beat them 4-1. Lelico and Mercado with 2 goals apiece against Nottingham Forest, another team who were doing really well for themselves. It was a 1-1 draw. We probably should have won this. Cristiano Lombardi scoring a winner, an equaliser, that's what it is, in the 90th minute after they had a player sent off as well in the 87th minute. Crewe were up next, and it was another draw, another high-scoring draw as well. Valadres, Leal and Lelico getting on the score sheet for us in a 3-3 draw. Middlesbrough was up next, our only defeat in between episodes, a 1-0 defeat here, and Jose Luis Perez getting himself sent off for 2 yellow cards right at the end of the game, and then a victory against Brentford. Sebastian Millet with 2 goals, and then a 0-0 draw with Hull. It means we are currently 12th place in the Championship, 6 points behind a playoff spot. We are closer to the playoffs than we are to relegation. This is how I like to see this season going. So, in today's episode, what we are going to do, we're going to start off with Derby County, currently up in 7th place, and then maybe Luton or Sunderland, somewhere like not very far away, somewhere in December basically. That's where we're going to go. Derby County then, at Hague Avenue. It is 12th place versus 7th place. They are actually not doing particularly well. They've got 5 defeats, we've only got 7 to our name. They are on strong form, however. 1 draw against Crewe, a 2-0 victory against Forest, 2-1 against Stoke, and a 3-1 against Charlton. A 0-0 draw in there against Swansea, a team that we actually beat 4-1. The starting lineup then for the Derby County game. In goal will be Ulysses Terrazas. It's going to be a back 4 of Diop, Leal, Fred Langton, and Ezio Spadera. We are kind of mixing things up. Actually, no, what am I doing? No, Fred Langton isn't playing. It's going to be Orellana. Orellana and Leao have a nice little partnership going on there. Jessen, Prevost, and Valadres will be our central midfielders with Mercado, Lelico, and Millet as our front 3. We obviously have Prevost back. He's only allowed to play 45 minutes. And against Hull in the last match, I think it was Hull, I didn't have a subs bench. I just completely forgot to do a subs bench, so he played 90 minutes in the last match. So yeah, he probably will be coming off at about half-time in this one. Derby County are joining a large number of teams who play a 4-5-1. I don't know whether this is a championship thing or what, but a lot of teams play a 4-5-1, which I find a bit strange. Why have I... Yeah, Psycho should be doing that, that's fine. I was going to say we haven't given any opposition instructions. Well, if we can carry on our decent form, pick up maybe a point here. Obviously, I don't want to lose, but if we can pick up a point against Derby at home, that'll be pretty handy. We are doing all right in this league. We're doing probably better than I expected. There is a free kick coming in. Valadres' headed effort just goes over the bar. I was expecting to be probably around 16th, 17th sort of mark in the table, not top half. Top half is probably overachieving. Wilson has the ball. Clark Salter with it. I've just realised this is Derby County. The same Derby County that gave us the greatest goal scorer we've ever seen. Millet, he has to be offside. It's a great effort. He's put it into the back of the net, but he definitely was offside. Verips is very lucky. Yeah, this is the Derby County that gave us Bartosz Cybulski. They gave us Bartosz Cybulski. In fact, they're actually all over us at the moment, and somehow we're the only one who's had a decent highlight. Spadera to Morten Jessen. He's going to have to go forward onto the right-hand side. Mercado controls it in towards the penalty area. Tries to get round his man. Does so. Goes for a placed effort. Verips makes a wonderful save. We're going to win ourselves a corner. 30 minutes on the clock. It's going to be Valadres towards Orellana at the front post, and the El Salvadorian's header goes over the bar. Lelico's on a 6.4. What's he doing or not doing? Orellana's picked up a yellow card. Adli with the ball back to Clark. Clark's the player that we used to have, wasn't it? Prevost, the Frenchman, plays it forward, doesn't get it over Clark Salter. Billy Gilmore in the middle of the pitch, forward to Sean or Matty Longstaff. It's one of the Longstaff brothers, who's apparently signed for Derby County. Clark Salter all the way back to the goalkeeper Verips. He's being closed down by Millet. Clark Salter gets the ball back. This is a slow build highlight, which means we're stealing the ball away and scoring a counter-attack, or they're going to have a chance and probably hit it over. Wilson into the penalty area. Here is the chance. It's a terrible effort straight at the goalkeeper. It is still 0-0. And it stays 0-0 at half-time, which is no surprise to anybody. Right, we are doing okay. Derby are a much better side than us, so I don't really want to go too crazy. We're going to do Unlundulu on that left-hand side for Lelico, because Lelico's not having a particularly good game. 10 minutes into the second half, and we have ourselves a highlight, possibly. He does eventually pick the ball up. It's going to be Spadera, isn't it? Ezio Spadera to Mille. Mille with the ball back to goal, and a long way out. Dan Unundulu finds Ezio Spadera once again. Mille into the penalty area, goes for an effort. He's nutmegged the goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure he's just nutmegged the goalkeeper there. Sebastian Mille gets his 7th goal of the season. Spadera with the assist. I'm pretty sure that was a nutmeg. Mille collects the ball, edge of the area. It's not a nutmeg, okay, it goes in at his front post, but that was terrible goalkeeping nonetheless. We're 1-0 up against Derby. We just missed his lovely cartwheel that he did at the end. Completely forgot to do this. Prevost needs to come off. JLP will be coming on. We're also going to do probably Cebulski on at some point, just so he can score against his former team. There's a corner that we're not going to see. If it stays this way, this is another very good 3 points in the bag. We have got 15 minutes to play. It's time for Bartosz Cebulski. Hopefully he can score against the hand that used to feed him, because that's always the commentary that turns up. Final 5 minutes. I'm going to tell them to get creative. I just want something to happen now in the final few minutes of the game. We've got 5 minutes of injury time and a highlight starting with Derby. If they score from this, I'm going to be a bit annoyed that I've told them to get creative. JLP with the ball runs forward towards the goal. Lots of yellow shirts. Mercado's one of them. He's hit the base of the post. Verips really should have saved that. Didn't manage to do it. Didn't need to do it in the end. It's going to be a 1-0 victory at home. I nearly said away from home. At home against Derby County. 3 more points in the bag. We are climbing this table. We could be in the playoffs come the end of the season. How? How are we doing this? I mean, we didn't technically climb the table. We're still 12th place, but we are now 2 points further clear of Nottingham Forest. We are still 6 points behind Burnley, and we are now 12 points clear of 22nd place Stoke. We're not getting relegated, are we? I don't know whether there is a points tally that we need to be aiming for the Championship. 50 points is going to keep us up, isn't it? 50 points almost certainly will keep us up. It could be close, but 50 points has to be our target, and we are already well over halfway there. And we're only just over halfway in the season. Right, next up then, we are going to go forward to one of these 3 matches. I don't know what one it's going to be. Maybe even West Brom. Possibly West Brom. That's what we're going to go for, West Brom. So we're going to play Watford, Blackburn, Sunderland and Luton off camera. And then we'll return for West Brom. We'll also play the Barnsley match at the end of this episode as well. So then when we return, we'll be back basically with the January transfer window information. You are looking at the manager of a top half Championship side. Not just top half, top 10 Championship side. So after the Derby game, we have played 4 further matches and won 3 of them. Probably should have got a point as well against Watford. We lost 3-2, Fred Langton and JLP with the goals. Against Blackburn, a debuting right-back, Olude Olufunwa, getting the only goal of the game. Against Sunderland, a 2-0 victory here, Lelako and Sebastian Mille. And then against Luton Town, we actually went 1-0 down to an early penalty. And then Bartosz Cebulski gets himself 2. Keith Hall also scoring his first ever goal for the club. It means that we are 8th place in the Championship. 8th place. We are 8 points away from effectively guaranteeing ourselves safety. We are actually only 4 points away from pushing for the playoffs. What is going on? We started this season so badly, and now all of a sudden, we're doing amazing again. Anyway, we're only halfway through this episode, kind of, in terms of matches at the very least. We've got West Brom to play. They are in 6th. A victory against West Brom will put us on to 45 points. They will be on 46 points. We will not be far behind a team who are literally sat in the playoffs. This is just stupid. The starting lineup then for the West Brom game. Terrazaz will be our goalkeeper. Diop, Liao, Orellana and Spadera will be the back 4. Prevost or Prevost, I don't know what it is. I'm going to call him Prevost. Prevost makes more sense. He's French, so you have to give it like a weird French pronunciation. JLP and Luis Villadres will be the central midfielders. It's going to be Leonardo Mercado on the right, Lelako on the left, Sebastian Mille as the striker. Actually, Terrazaz isn't playing. We're going to play Karamoko Kone. He wants to play football, so we're going to give him a chance. This is probably just a stupid mistake, but we've gone for it anyway. Did we already play West Brom on camera? Or am I thinking that we played against Arzani in a different save? Because Arzani's playing for West Brom and I remember him scoring against me, but it might have been in the Sampdoria save. Anyway, we're playing West Brom on camera now, so this is what we have to deal with. Perez to Villadres, Mille in on goal. We are literally 20 seconds in. Everson makes a save, we have ourselves a corner. It's going to be the Honduran Veladrez to take it. It's not the best corner. Velasquez heads clear. Mercado, though, collects it. Edge of the area. JLP finds Ibrahim Diop. He's been tackled. And now potentially a break is on. Or not. Orellana to Veladrez. The Central Americans passing between him. Mercado heads back. Veladrez tries to get some space. Finds Lelico on the left. 3 in the box. Spadera goes for a long-range effort. And the Italian on loan from Napoli, I think, Ezio Spadera makes it 1-0. 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock against West Brom. What is happening? How have we turned this around so quickly and so dramatically? We're getting promoted this year. I think we're going to go up. Put it this way, I don't think we're going to be getting relegated because I can see us beating... We've got one more match before the January transfer window opens, but if we can beat West Brom and beat them, we're basically on 50 points, so we're basically safe. Kone with the goal kick to Paul Leal, the Mexican, down that right-hand side to Ibrahim Diop. He's got some company in front, plays it across to the Frenchman Prévost. Veladrez in the centre circle, lots and lots of space for the Barnsley loanee. We've never bought that man, we've never paid any money for that man, and he's got 4 seasons now with us, which is just stupid. Hodgkinson, forward, finds Cunha, into Middleton, in towards the penalty area. It's a sliding tackle effort. Kone makes the save. Kone once again with the goal kick to Leal, once again across Orellana. He needs to find somebody like Spadera realistically, or we just go straight forward, just go straight towards their goal. Perez heads down, Lelico with a bit of space takes a number of touches. Millet back post, he's gone to the opposite corner, and Sebastian Millet makes it 2-0 just before the half-hour mark. We're coasting, we are actually coasting against West Brom. Cunha with the free kick for West Brom, back post, goes all the way across, and it's just going to be a goal kick. Everson with a free kick for West Brom. Quite a lot is actually happening in this first half. They've got it inside our half, but only just. Ferguson across to Velasquez in the centre circle, plays it forward, finds Daniel Arzani, who is either on loan from Manchester City or has been signed by West Brom. Cross comes in, back post header from Majisa, makes it 2-1. We're still winning, but we do like to throw away leads, so I'm a bit worried. Possibly Mercado might need to be coming off, he's dropped down to a 6.5. We are literally on 45 points right now. We are 1 point behind the playoffs. We're up to 7th place. We are 2-1 up at half-time. Just going to give them a calmly. I'm happy. Just nothing too exciting. We're also going to do that Mercado substitution. We're going to bring on Keith Hall. Although I'm training Keith Hall to play on the left, but he's actually competent at playing on the right. But he'll be a left winger eventually. This is the first highlight of the second half, and I don't know whether this is because I've done a sub because it's the second half or something's actually going to happen. Hodgkinson with the ball on the right for West Brom, tries to cross it and doesn't, instead goes back to Jensen. He's gone for a long ball, is that Anthony Robinson? It is Anthony Robinson, gets it back from Sawyers. He's got lots of yellow shirts in front of him, across to Cunha, back to Sawyers. Cunha once again. They are trying to find their way through. Majisa loses out to Prévost. Actually, he doesn't lose out. It was Arzani, who I think, or possibly Middleton, who had an effort for West Brom. Blisters past the post. Kone's goal kick to Paul Leal, because that's who he passes to. Absolutely loves passing to Paul Leal. Veladrez to Lelico. He's got Spadera, one of our goal scorers, running down that left-hand side. Spadera needs to keep going. Does get the ball. Crosses in. Millet is there. And Sebastian Millet, a goal out of absolutely nothing. And the Belgian on loan from Liverpool gets his 10th goal of the season, puts us 3-1 up in front against West Brom. We are literally a minute and a half into the second half and we've scored again. 7th place. 7th place in the Championship. 1 point behind 6th and 5th place sides. Veladrez's corner comes in. It's a header clear, possibly a break. What is that for a clearance? That's going to be Karamoko Kone going to slowly collect the ball apparently. Just before the hour mark. Kone has it in his penalty area. He can pick it up. Doesn't want to do it though. Finds Orellana. Forward to Veladrez. This all came from a corner. Then a weird clearance. Millet's not going to get the ball from Ferguson. And West Brom possibly can build once again from the back. Ferguson has it to Sawyers. He's gone upfield to their goalscorer Majisa. Possibly. I don't know. On the left. He's got some company. Crosses in. Back post is Arzani. A headed effort from Arzani. Dinks the top of the bar and goes over. Thinking we might be doing ourselves another change. Possibly Prévost coming off because he's not technically match fit. I know there's a highlight just about to happen. We're going to do Sungui coming on for Prévost. We're hopefully still going to see this highlight though with Leal to JLP. Jose Luis Perez. Forward. Millet in on goal. He's gone for a first time effort and it's dragged past the far post. And now our substitutions will happen. We've still got obviously one more to go. We've also got a corner for West Brom. Kenya takes the corner. It's in the middle to Story. The headed effort is over the bar. Still 3-1 to Southport. Away from home as well, by the way. I kind of ignored the fact that we're away from home, but we are 3-1 up away from home against a very good West Brom side. Almost into the final 5 minutes, Mille will be coming off. He's not going to be getting himself a hat-trick. It's going to be Bartosz Cybulski, who is once again proving the fact that he's good enough for this league. He's not. But for some reason, he still performs. He still gets goals. Into injury time, Anthony Robinson, the American, he goes past number 33, crosses a low cross, finds Andrew Middleton. He makes it 3-2. Let's try and shut up shop a little bit because I don't really want to throw away 3 points and only get a single point out of this game. There's another highlight. Great. Everson with the goal kick for West Brom. Hall heads down. Big Bartos has it. Now Hall. Lovely through ball to JLP. In on goal. Everson makes a save. It's going to be a corner. 2 minutes and a bit still to play. Villadres has gone over to take the corner because he always does. Front post, back post, middle post. That's where it was. There's no middle post. What's a middle post? Lelico has it. Runs past his man on the right-hand side. Tries to cross it in. Hits the first defender. And West Brom possibly can break or not. We've got the ball back. 3 more points. 3 more points in the bag against West Brom away from home. We were just good. We are just doing well. We're performing well. I don't know how we've managed to do it, but we are performing really well. We have climbed up the table. 7th place now in the league. That's just stupid. And there you have it. Literally 1 point behind West Brom and Burnley. We are somehow pushing for not automatic promotion, let's be honest, we're a long way away from that, but pushing for a playoff spot in our first time in the Championship. How are we doing this? We are not quite done with this episode. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go forward. I'm going to play Barnsley, which is going to take place on the 28th of December, and then we will end. So next episode, we can have some January transfer business taking place. We are about 3 or 4 days away from ticking over into 2025, and we are literally 1 point behind a playoff position. If you told me at the start of the season, 30 games ago, that we would be pushing for promotion on our first chance in the Championship, I wouldn't believe you, but that's what's happening. We've won 5 games in a row now. We beat Barnsley 4-2, Mille with 2, Lelico also with 2 goals as well. I can't believe it's happening, but for some reason we are flying up the table. Next episode then, what are we going to do? We are probably going to go for Crew. I'm probably going to skip all of January because basically January, I want to try and do some business. There's only 3 league matches apparently taking place. Leeds, Crystal Palace and Middlesbrough. Although maybe we play Middlesbrough. Possibly we do Middlesbrough because they're near where we are in the league. Yeah, we might do Middlesbrough and Forest or something like that. That's basically what we're going to do next episode. And hopefully next episode we might actually be in one of those playoff spots. West Brom do have a game in hand, but still, Burnley, they've also got a game in hand. Are they playing each other? I feel like they might be playing each other, you know? Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you are new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with more Football Manager with Southport. And hopefully we're on the hunt for the Championship playoffs at our first time of asking.